Well, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so let's come back to Mario 64 and screw it up even more this time. This time, let's start off really small, with a code that breaks the game just a little and allows Mario to phase through ceilings. It breaks the game a lot, but not as much as you'd think, since a lot of ceilings don't have much above them. But it absolutely breaks Big Boo's haunt. With it, you can pretty much go to and from the floors as you please, and the layout of what leads where doesn't really make much sense, to be honest. And it's really easy to go out of bounds with too. Next up, we have a useless one, simply titled Press L to Burn. Does it live up to its name? Yes. Yes it does. Press L and Mario burns, only he doesn't take any damage from it, and you can move around still. What kind of ruins this code though is how it destroys the controls too. It kind of like reverses the controls in a weird way that's hard to explain. Like jumping is the same as before, and it's just a challenge to get into painting, is because like if the controls are reversed but the jumping mechanics aren't, you can't really jump vertically or horizontally very well, so it's pretty hard to play. But anyway, another code called Moonwalk is very similar, only the controls aren't quite as broken and Mario does look like he's moonwalking. However, again, the jumping controls and even the swimming controls are the same, which makes it even harder to do anything. I'll add this to the list of Gameshark codes that I want to see a speedrun with. A type of cheat I haven't tried before is changing what the enemies drop after being defeated. Well, there's a code that you can use to get Goombas to drop Shy Guys instead of coins when they die. When that Shy Guy dies, another Shy Guy spawns, and so on, and the process keeps continuing until they glitch out of existence or whatever happens here. And if you're not into Shy Guys, you can also make Goombas drop fire after they die too. Even better is a cheat that makes coins spawn more coins when they're collected, which makes getting those 100 coin stars a lot easier, although if you're cheating to get them, you might as well just save yourself some time and effort and just input the 99 coin code. Now for the visual ones. My favorites. They make great thumbnails and always have a high likelihood of causing epilepsy. Night mode, in all honesty, is not nearly as cool as I was expecting it to be before trying it out. The game's visuals are just a lot darker, and the backgrounds look pretty weird, but other than that, it's pretty boring. Even more boring is one that causes Mario to breathe like he's in toxic gas, only without losing any health. Both useless and boring, which is not a great combination. Like always, I have to try some really bizarre ones. Unfortunately though, I haven't really been able to find any that can top the utter abominations of the last two parts. Instead, just a few simple codes that do some basic graphic and color corruption. And again, this could actually possibly cause someone to have some problems to have epilepsy, so I'm slowing it down just a little. Instead, I'm gonna finish this video off on possibly the coolest cheat I have ever been able to get working. Codes that let you play as other characters. Well, kind of. Bowser can be controlled with the D-pad, except he doesn't really move around like Mario. Instead, when you press the D-pad in a certain way, it makes him move, like doing stuff like teleporting, or standing in place, or throwing himself backwards 30 feet in the air, depending on which input on the D-pad. Like if you hit up, he goes up in the air and stuff like that. It's really fun though to try to fling Bowser up as high in the sky as possible, and yet at no point does he just fall out of bounds and disappear. Yoshi can actually be controlled directly, albeit a very mutilated and disfigured version of him, but beggars can't be choosers. Oddly, as soon as you enter the castle, he turns back into Mario for some reason though. But by far the greatest cheat code of any game ever turns Mario into a sign. There's just something inherently funny just playing as a random sign. The game is still totally playable and not really compromised in any real way. I take back what I said earlier about wanting to see those speedruns. I want to see a speedrun of Super Saiyan 64 instead. Like always, I'll leave the links to the sites where I got these codes in the video description in case anyone wants to try these codes out for themselves. And with that, I'm out of here and good night.